Good morning, my children, and welcome to your English class, the class of the teacher Jacob. So, today, my children, we're going to continue with the review of the letters of the alphabet. Remember, before we started with the review, the last letter that we saw was letter T, if I remember correctly, capital T, small t. But remember, it's very important that we go back to the beginning, starting from letter A to finish the alphabet, ¿ok? Recuerden, pequeños, que la última letra que vimos en Kinder 2 fue la letra T. Ahora, T mayúscula, T minúscula. Pero recuerden, pequeños, que es importante otra vez retroceder al principio y volver a trabajar con cada una de las letras para que ahora sí no se nos olvide. Now, the letter that we started yesterday was capital A. Now remember, all of the letters have two forms. Todas las letras tienen dos formas. Capital letters, which in Spanish are mayúsculas, those are the big ones, and small letters, minúsculas, okay, that are, of course, como el nombre lo dice, pequeñas. Now, also something that is very important to mention is that each one of those letters, they have their own objects. Cada una de las letras que estemos trabajando en mayúsculas y minúsculas, cada una tienen sus propios objetos. Now, yesterday we started with the capital A and we saw 4 objects. Vimos 4 objetos con la capital A. Do you remember the objects that we saw? ¿Recuerdan los objetos que vimos ayer? Okay, we saw the airplane, which is a mean of transportation, era un medio de transporte that is up there in the sky, que está allá arriba en el cielo. Another object, the ambulance. Remember, the ambulance is a car, es un coche, but the difference is it transports people that is hurt, transporta o lleva gente que está enferma o que les pasó algo, los lleva al doctor para que los curen. That is an ambulance. Another object, okay, another, very good, and finally, excellent. You remember, very good. Now remember, we saw the airplane, the ambulance, and other objects with the capital A, including, like you mentioned it, the angel, como ustedes me lo acaban de mencionar, angel. Now, angel is a person that is always good. Un ángel es una persona que siempre es buena. Buena con su familia, buena con sus amigos, buena en los estudios. Okay? Ahora, remember, all of you, my children, recuerden que todos ustedes pequeñitos, todos ustedes son los angelitos porque se portan muy bien. And angels, they have a halo, tienen como una coronita on top of their heads, en arriba de las cabezas, okay? And they have wings, también tienen alas, so they can fly, para que puedan volar. And finally, the last object was arrow. Now remember, an arrow is a symbol that indicates us where to go. Una flecha es un símbolo que nos indica a dónde ir. Okay, very good. Now, today we're going to continue with letter A, but in small form. Now, small a is like this. It's a circle with a line next to, con una línea al lado. Now, the line that is next to the circle is small, tiene que ser pequeñita, okay? Because there is a letter, hay una letra que igual tiene una línea al lado, pero es más larga. Y esa letra se llama small q. So, in order not to get confused, para que no nos confundamos, we have to make it small. Tenemos que hacer la línea pequeña. So this is small a. And as in the case of capital A, we have objects that begin with this letter. The first one is part of the family of the insects. Es parte de la familia de los insectos. It's an ant. Tenemos una hormiga ant. Ants are color red and because it's an insect, como es un insecto, is very, very small. Es muy, muy pequeñito. Okay? Now, there are also other types of colors for the ants. For example, there can be color brown or they can be color black. Pues hay muchos tipos de hormigas, como por ejemplo puede haber hormigas negras, cafés. Okay? The ones that are red are a little bit bigger. Las que son de color red son un poco más grandes. Another object that begins with the small a is an apple. Now, an apple is part of the family of fruits. Es parte de la familia de las frutas. Now, the apple is like a circle and it's color red. It's very delicious. Apples are very, very good. And finally, another object, the last object with small a is angry. Now, I'm going to tell you what is angry. Now, angry is when a person, for example, makes a mistake. Cuando, por ejemplo, una persona pues comete un error o a lo mejor se molestó porque perdió en un juego. Okay, an angry person, it's an emotion, es parte de las emociones que existen en el cuerpo humano. For example, happy, cuando estamos felices, or sad, okay, o cuando estamos tristes, or when we are sleepy, cuando tenemos flojerita o sueño. Angry is when we are, in Spanish, enojados, okay? For example, there is a very popular superhero called the Hulk that is always angry, okay? So remember, if you are an angry boy or girl, you have to be careful not to become the Hulk. Cuando ustedes se enojen, debemos de tener cuidado de que no se conviertan en el Hulk, okay? Very good. So we have an angry person, which begins with the letter small a. Now, before we go, remember, my children, these activities, these objects are part of your printed pages. Recuerden que estos objetos que acabamos de ver están en sus hojas impresas con las actividades del día de hoy. Now, before we go, let's review the vocabulary one more time with the small a. Ant, apple, angry. Remember, angry, enojado. Very good, my children. So that's it for today. I hope that you have an excellent day, and I hope you are not angry, and I hope that you are happy, just like the teacher. Take care. Goodbye.